I play an 80-year-old blind stripper
Yeah.
that cussed like I had to pray. I had to go. I had to go to magazine IG. I didn't write it. What else can I do?
Beautiful melanin goddess that's before me. Hello. Coming up on another act, I talk with Loretta Devine about why she's not afraid to try anything new, the key to her longevity, and why for her, it's absolutely never too late. Miss Loretta, at this point in your career, what makes you say yes to a project? What are you looking for?
Oh my God. I really like doing things I've never done before. So that's why I'm doing stuff like P-Valley, which is totally different from what my career has been like. Spell, which is totally different from what I've got the genre. And even Queen Bees is different from what I usually get a chance to do, because it was like almost an all white cast. And my genre has mostly been all Black cast. So now in my old age, I'm getting a chance to do all these different types of things. And I'm just going for what's unusual, what's new. It's part of my mantra. I've always wanted to be a working actress, and I'm getting a chance to work amazingly stuff. Some stuff comes to me, some stuff I turn on TV and go, why didn't I get an audition for that? But you know, that's life.
It's so funny that you say that, because I was going to say my biggest takeaway in this new film, Queen Bees, is that it's never too late for whatever. And I feel like that's the point.
Hey! Nice bike.
Oh yeah? You like it?
Well, you know what they say, the bigger the bike, the smaller the package.
All right, why don't you take your wrinkly ass back inside?
Give me the purse.
What purse?
My purse.
What are you talking about?
I'll scream.
After I kick you between the cojones.
In the cojones.
Oh, he got to...
We're the Queen Bees. We don't take crap from anyone.
Tell me a little bit about that idea of it isn't too late to really be a working actor, to be consistent, to do whatever it is you're looking for.
Well, you know, I think I sort of felt that way in my life, that it's never too late, I looked up and all of a sudden I'm the age I am, and you go, oh God, when did that happen? Because I've like been so busy. And the pandemic it didn't even really slow my career down, but it made me slow down a bit, because I realized there's so many things that I don't focus on because I focus on work so much. For instance, when I was forced to come home and stay at home, even for a week or two, I realized I couldn't remember anything that I had done in my library, all the projects personal things that I had started on and just dropped. There's some habits that I can take with me, because you have to do a lot of sitting around and waiting. So I love to knit and crochet and and paint. So those kind of little things I could keep in contact with. But all of the personal projects, like my one-woman show that I wanted to get on film for everybody to see, or the hundreds of songs I've written that I wanted somebody to sing if I didn't get to sing them, that I hadn't, so all of a sudden I felt like, oh my God, I could actually die. So
No.
The pandemic is what really like turned me on. And I said, you need to write a will. And I mean, you need to get a living. There are all of these other things that you have to, who do I give these 10 NAACP awards I've won to? Those things are huge questions that I still have an answer to some of them. I have a ton of gowns that I need to figure out, there's endless things to answer. But it's still never too late to work. So every time a job comes
So you're just putting off some of these things because the work keeps calling.
I know. That's what my husband said. He said, I thought you said you were gonna slow down. I was like, God is my manager. I mean, he is the one that's sending this work. What else can I do? So that's sort of like my never too late monologue.
Yeah, no, I love that. What do you think has been the key to your consistency?
Well, that you love it. I think people know that. And young people, I think when at the Carmichael show, Gerard Carmichael wasn't even 20 yet. And I thought that was one of the better things I'd done, because it was so true to life. And when I met his mom and I was playing his mom and I met his dad, and it was just such a genuinely wonderful show. It just happened that it came in through the summer. And so I think if it would have had longer legs, well, they didn't do some of the things he wanted, so he just dropped it. But it was only 6 of us, and everybody that was in that show, they're now the superstars of today. Tiffany Haddish, Lil Rel, Amber West, David Allen Greer, he's a nonstop. And then so you just go, God, that was magic. And so I think the key to the future has to be the young people, because they're the ones that are telling their stories now. And they got in their head what their stories should be. Sometimes it's scary. Like in P Valley, I play an 80-year-old blind stripper.
Yeah.
That cuss, like I had to pray. I had to go in the back and say, I didn't write it. But it's some of the best writing I've ever seen, Katori Hall is the one that creates those. And so you have to go, it's in their hands now. So
I want to go back a little bit, because I think it was in 2009 when Alfre Woodard hosted that dinner in the Hollywood Hills to celebrate Taraji P. Henson and Viola Davis being nominated for Oscars. There were maybe only 20 or so Black women there, but wow, what a room. Regina King, Halle Berry, yourself, so on and so forth. And I remember at one point you turned to me and you said, I think I played everybody's mama in this room at one point or another. And we laughed about it then. But because it was facts, or at least the idea that you worked in tandem with so many powerful creatives, and they, of course, have worked with you. What does that feel like to have that resonance and to be a part of this community, especially at this time?
Well, it's a good thing Jennifer Lewis, the mother of Hollywood, is not sitting here next to me, because she would go, you ain't nobody. And I keep saying, you just mama to them light-skinned people. I'm mama to the dark-skinned people. How come we both can't be the mothers of Hollywood? You just feel good that you worked with so many people. But it's still true that you look up one day and don't recognize, I said, who are these people?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and you go, oh my God, it's a whole new crop. It never stops. It just keeps overlapping. And because people have seen and watched you all their lives, and so you make it accessible to them. They go, well, if she can do that, then I can do that. And so the people that are coming forth now are the young girls that are in the business now, like Tika Sumpter. They not only know what you knew, but they got their own flavor on top of that. And so you go, whoa, what a swag. I mean, and the stuff they're able to do, you weren't able to get to lead a drama or to do all of the kind of stuff. Maybe one or two, girls were that lucky when I was coming. But now they're everywhere because there's so many outlets.
What you have is foreign, and that's longevity. I mean, that can be a very foreign experience, I think, for any actor, but in particular for Black women, it's incredible that you've been able to sustain a career and the type of career that you have over these years. What advice would you give to other Black actors about longevity in this town?
When it comes to longevity, you have to want it, you have to love it, or else it's easy to turn away from something that is not always about you, because show business will drop you so fast and make your head spin. So you have to want it. And now kids are able to create their own. They got the TikTok, they got the internet, they got all, you have to really be honest with yourself about what the truth of it is. It's really a lot of hard work. And they surround you with all these great terms like, oh, you're a legend, oh, you're an icon, but you're still just an actress. And don't mistake the importance of certain things. You may change some people's lives, but this is what your life is, so. And I still believe, I was taught no good deed goes unpunished. There's things you have to live by, and that's a hard one. You go, what do you mean by that? You figured that one out, because I've learned as I've lived that that's as true as anything, so. I don't know if I answered you, but
you did, and then some. What's next for you? Is there something that you haven't done? You've done a lot of things, but you haven't done that you would love to do next, and if so, what is that?
I would love to get some of my personal projects done before it's too late. And in some instances it might be. But there's songs I've written I'd love to, and I should take the time and go and get them done. But then I don't know what I do with it, you know. I got a chance to do my one-woman show, and it was a total success, but I like to get it in a film form of some kind so it could last beyond me. So things like that, personal projects. I need to spend more time with family. I need to get back to Texas because that's where a big portion of my family is. So, you know, it's stuff like that.
Miss Loretta, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I always love talking to you.
Bye.